Okay, everyone. I call to order the Borough of River Edge Mayor and Council meeting, regular meeting of May 26, 2020, Borough of River Edge, New Jersey. Could we please stand for a moment for silent prayer and reflection? Could Councilwoman Bastide please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Councilwoman Bastide?
Here.
Councilman Canigo?
Here.
Councilman Gaudier?
Here.
Councilwoman Kaufman?
Here.
Councilwoman Kinsella?
Here.
Councilwoman Cohen?
Here.
And Mayor Papaleo.
Here. Statement of compliance with Open Public Meeting Act. This meeting complies with the Open Public Meeting Act by notification on December 20th of this location, date, and time to the Ridgewood News and the Record, and by posting the same on the municipal bulletin board and the borough website, and filing a notice of the same with the borough clerk. I thank our borough clerk, Stephanie Evans, for calling the roll. Also present with us is our borough attorney, Thomas Sarlo, and our business administrator, Raymond Porio. The first order of business is approval of the minutes of the mayor and council regular meeting, May 11th, 2020. Could I have Council President Canigo and Councilwoman Kaufman move and second the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Could I have the borough clerk call the roll?
Councilwoman Bastide?
Yes.
Councilman Canigo?
Yes.
Councilman Gaudier?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kaufman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kinsella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Cohen?
Yes.
Okay, we want to, at this point, open the meeting to public comments on any item on the agenda. Now, in a moment, we'll ask our borough clerk to call the roll to open it, and we'll ask Councilwoman Kaufman to moderate it. If you are calling in by phone, *9 will alert Councilwoman Kaufman that you wish to speak. She will unmute you and recognize you. If you are attending via a computer, a laptop, or some other device other than a phone, there is a button on your screen which allows you to raise your hand. Again, Councilwoman Kaufman, as our moderator, will then recognize you and unmute you. Could I have Councilwoman Montesano Cohen and Councilman Gaudier move in second, opening to the public for items on the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Can we have a roll?
Councilwoman Bastide?
Yes.
Councilman Canigo?
Yes.
Councilman Gaudier?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kaufman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kinsella?
Yes.
And Councilwoman Cohen?
Yes.
We're now open to the public for any comments on items on the agenda. We'll give it about 30, 40 seconds. And Councilwoman Kaufman, would you let us know at the end of that, if no one calls in, let us know at the end of that we're ready to entertain another vote.
I do not see any questions.
Okay, at this point, could I have Council President Canigo and Councilwoman Bastide please move in second to close to the public?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Can we call a roll?
Councilwoman Bastu?
Yes.
Councilman Kamigo?
Yes.
Councilman Godier?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kaufman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kinsella?
Yes.
And Councilwoman Cohen.
Yes.
Okay, we are now closed to the public. We have appointments and personnel changes. We're going to hopefully approve the resignation of Alana Zobor, Deputy Court Administrator, effective May 29th, 2020. So could I have Councilman Gaudier and Councilwoman Kaufman move and accept and second the resignation acceptance?
So moved.
Second.
Could, before we do this, we wish Elena all the best of luck. She got a full-time job. So she's now the, not the deputy court administrator, but the court administrator. Mr. Porio, was it Ridgewood?
Yes, she's mayor. She's the going to be the full-time deputy court administrator in Ridgewood. Here she
Yes.
was part-time. She's going to be a full-time deputy court administrator. So we wish her well.
Yes, and we thank her for all of her fine service to the court as well as to the borough and the people of River Edge. It's been moved and seconded. Could we call a roll?
Councilwoman Bastu?
Yes.
Councilman Kamigo?
Yes.
Councilman Godier?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kaufman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kinsella?
Yes.
And Councilwoman Cohen.
Yes.
Okay, we have a few reports that are available to the public that we wanted to highlight. Just one, actually, the Land Use Board meeting of April 15th, 2020. That meeting was also held virtually, and as with all of our virtual meetings, as well as all of our open public meetings of our board and of our council, it can be found on YouTube. Borough of River Edge is, I believe, the site name. We are now up to resolutions. We're going to move them as a whole unless someone wants to pull it out. We're going to do 20-129 through 20-134. Does any member of council wish to hold out for a separate vote?
I just had a question about 20-132.
Please ask it.
Just wondering, I didn't totally understand what was happening there.
Mr. Porio?
Sure, Mayor. And if I may, if I could take a moment just to go over a couple of these for you guys. On Resolution 132, when we go ahead and we receive a grant, and it's after the budget is done, you have to set it up. It's called a Chapter 159, and that's all we're doing is we're establishing a 159 to the budget. It allows us to go ahead and spend the grant money. So you need an appropriation, and you need something on the expenditure side and also on the revenue side, and this basically changes the revenue side and puts it in as a 159 as a grant.
I think there's a typo in the resolution that says Borough of North Haladon in the County of Passaic.
Then that certainly is a typo.
Yeah,
So
that was where I was confused.
Yep. So
Okay.
certainly we'll go ahead and put it in as amended. And on a couple of the other resolutions, just to point out, the borough has been working very hard at trying to go ahead and receive grants from various sources. One of the best relationships I would say that we have is certainly the Bergen County Freeholders. Tonight there are two grants that we are acting upon or that are certainly on the agenda for you to act upon. One is for improvements at our Memorial Park and Brookside Park, totaling close to $100,000 worth of grants from the Open Space Trust Fund. And the second is through CDBG, which Community Development Block Grant, which the freeholders administer, and that's approximately another $59,000, another $60,000, $59,000 I believe is the actual number. And both of these were grants that we received from the freeholder. And last but not least, resolution number 131 is just a formal process to accept the $400,000 that we received from the DOT for discretionary aid. So overall, it's a big night for grants for the Borough of River Edge.
And for the people who are benefited from this money coming in and this work and these funds being available for improvements without coming from property taxes. So we are grateful to you, Mr. Porio, for doing the footwork with this, for all of our borough employees that assist with these grant applications, especially our CFO, and as well as we are grateful to the county freeholders for approving this and sending this money to River Edge. So we're grateful for all of that. So we're going to move resolution 20-129 through 20-1 through 34 with 20-132 amended to read, now therefore be it resolved that the Borough of River Edge in Bergen County instead of the Borough of North Haledon in the County of Passaic. Is that acceptable, Mr. Porio, or must?
No, that's
or Mr.
perfect.
Carlo?
Thank you.
Okay, great. Very good then. Could I have Councilwoman Montesano Cohen and Councilwoman Kinsella please move and second the resolutions?
So moved. Second.
Could we have a roll call?
Councilwoman Bastidt,
Yes.
Councilman Kanigo,
Yes.
Councilman Gaudier,
Yes.
Councilwoman Kaufman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Kinsella,
Yes.
and Councilwoman Cohen.
Yes.
So if we could ask Councilwoman Michelle Kaufman to move and Councilman Gaudier to second the payment of the bills.
Sure. Borough of River Edge, Resolution 20-135, payment of bills. At a regular meeting of the Mayor and Council of the Borough of River Edge, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, held on May 26, 2020, be it resolved that the Mayor and Council of the Borough of River Edge approve the following expenditures. Current fund account, $178,135.44. Capital fund account, $277,529.59. Grant fund account, $1,026. Trust other account, $1,040. Open space account, $3,061.52. Payroll account, $1,062.26. Unemployment trust, $5,121.07. Developers escrow, $5,240. I hereby certify this resolution is being adopted. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Can we call the roll, please?
Councilwoman Bastidt,
Yes.
Councilman Kanigo,
Yes.
Councilman Gaudier,
Yes.
Councilwoman Kaufman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Kinsella,
Yes.
and Councilwoman Cohen.
Yes.
Okay, we're up to agenda item number 11, new business. Approve the request to handle pride flag at, to hang the pride flag at Borough Hall and Memorial Park. Who might be speaking to this?
Mayor, I certainly can. As part of the cultural committee, they've asked that we hang a flag at both Borough Hall and Memorial Park. This is something new that we haven't done before in the past. So it was my recommendation to put it onto the docket, much like hanging a banner across the street for your approval.
All right. Mr. Sarlo, does this need a roll call vote or it can be by unanimous consent?
It could be by unanimous consent.
Is there any debate, discussion, or questions in regard to new business item 11A?
Mr. Mayor, I think it's a long time in coming.
Excellent, excellent, I agree. Any other,
Mayor?
Woman Bastidt?
Thank you. I'm very pleased that the Cultural Affairs Committee has made this one of their first efforts as a formed committee. to recognize Pride Month. They're working with the Stigma Free Committee as well on the initiative, and they have some virtual programming they're going to be adding throughout the month of June. So I just want to recognize their efforts, led by our rec director, Carolyn Baldanza. Thank you.
Outstanding, outstanding. Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the vote is unanimous. We are now open to public comments. Could I have Councilman Canigo and Councilwoman Bastide first and second to open to the public on any issues, comments, or concerns?
So moved.
Oh, second.
Could we have a roll call?
Councilwoman Bastide,
Yes.
Councilman Canigo,
Yes.
thank you. Councilman Gaudier,
Yes.
Councilwoman Kaufman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Kinsella,
Yes.
and Councilwoman Cohen.
Yes.
Excellent. So now we open to the public. Again, if you are participating in the meeting through a phone, *9 will allow you to get Councilwoman Kaufman's attention, and she will open the mic to you. If you are doing anything other than a phone, any other device, there is a hand raise or the chat room. So we'll give it about 30, 40 seconds.
Oh, nice. Okay. I don't think we have any questions.
Very well then, could I have Councilwoman Kaufman and Councilman Gaudier move and second to close to the public?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Bastide,
Yes.
Councilman Canigo,
Yes.
Councilman Gaudier,
Yes.
Councilwoman Kaufman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Kinsella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Cohen.
Yes.
All right, we are now up to council comments. Let us begin with Councilwoman Montesano Cohen.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just wanted to share a soft launch, a program that the Shade Tree Commission soft launched to encourage residents to plant trees. It's called Trees Please. I think they're trying to get the citizens of River Edge involved and have them engage and plant trees in their properties. So to educate the citizens, what they've done is that they actually revamped their landing page within the borough website. And they have instructions there as to how to plan, what to plan, what is, and what would be more suitable for the region, etc. In addition, they have a limited number of lawn signs. I told them that I was going to share with the council as a whole. If anyone is interested in putting them in their lawn, it simply says "Trees Please," and it just drives the attention of the citizen to the borough website for them to learn more about the campaign. So I think that's their efforts in lieu of Arbor Day and other events that were canceled. So I wanted to share that with the mayor and council. And if anybody's interested in the lawn signs, I'm more than happy to coordinate with through you guys and the Shade Tree Commission.
If I certainly want the general public to have the first, attempts, the first desires for the signs. But if there are extra signs, I would love one on my lawn. I'd really appreciate it.
Thank you. I'll make sure you get one.
Me too,
Thank
Lisa. Same.
Okay. Thank you, Dario.
I as well, Lisa. Thank you.
Okay. Perfect. I'll get you guys.
Okay, Councilwoman Kinsella.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just like to thank all the frontline workers for their continued efforts. Also like to thank the residents of River Edge for their continued cooperation during this time. Also like to thank Ray for assisting with getting the 2020 census signs for me, and Jason Melito for actually putting them up all around the town and finding the appropriate places for them. And we are currently at 80%. So we have already met our 2010 numbers in response rate. So hopefully, and we have through the summer to try to get to a higher percentage. So I want to thank all the residents for their, for responding.
It's wonderful, and thank you for doing this. You know, it's so important that we not just for funding for all the different things that we need for social services, but for our businesses and all those in our representation in Congress. So thank you for spearheading this. We really appreciate it. Council President Kaniga.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First of all, also thank you, Indira, for spearheading the census work. Much appreciated. This town needs it. And to any citizen who is watching or who may later watch, please, if you haven't filled out the census information, it is really vitally important to us as a town. Tomorrow night at 7:30 is the Traffic and Safety Committee meeting. Can you guys hear me?
Mhm.
Yes.
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 Yeah, we
Yes.
can,
Okay.
Dario.
You're all frozen on my screen. So I don't know.
Oh.
Okay, so tomorrow at 7:30 is the Traffic and Safety Committee meeting. Details will be on the website. And of course, thank you to everybody for everything that's being done. As always, hang in there. It looks like we're nearing the end, but let's continue to be careful, smart, and while being together now, continue to social distance as best we can. Thanks all.
Councilman Bastide.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll echo everybody's thanks to our residents for practicing social distancing, for our borough employees for helping to do everything they can to keep our community going during this difficult time. I just would like to report the recreation director. We met last week. We had our virtual commission meeting, and the decision to open the tennis courts was met with a resounding positive response. The rec director's email literally went on fire as soon as that nixle went out, and I think you've all probably seen that their courts are being very well used and practicing social distancing. So the residents were very happy about that. The only other thing I wanted to mention is I'd just like to request that the proclamation recognizing June as Gun Violence Prevention Month, where Orange June 6th be added to the first meeting in June, if we could. We traditionally have done that the past couple of years. And I'd also like to request, as has been the practice, that some orange bows go up at Borough Hall and perhaps outside the library to recognize that as well. And with these proclamations, we'll have the proclamation on for Pride Month and now for gun violence. If we have the opportunity to invite members of the community to virtually accept those proclamations, Mayor, would you be acceptable to that?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So I will let the borough clerk know if there are individuals who want to be present to accept those proclamations, and she might email them to invite them to participate. And that's all I have. Thank you.
All right. Councilman Gaudier.
Thank you, Mayor. I echo everyone else's comments, and I hope everyone had a happy and safe Memorial Day weekend. I would also like to thank all of our veterans who served our country and made the ultimate sacrifice. Thank you, Mayor.
Excellent. Councilwoman Kaufman.
Thanks to Councilwoman Kinsella for those great signs for the census. And thank you, Lisa, for helping to get those shade tree signs up. I've seen them around about mulching. They're great. Also, thanks to Carolyn Baldanza, head of rec, for doing a great job for our virtual Memorial Day. And thank you to all our veterans for that. And thanks again to all our first responders in town for doing everything they're doing for us during this time. And I hope that anyone who is ill right now heals quickly. And thanks to everyone for distancing.
Wonderful. Thank you. So first I want to start by apologizing to Councilwoman Kinsella. At our last meeting, I forgot to call on her for council comments, and I apologize for making that mistake. Next, I'd like to thank all our veterans and active duty military who serve this country, who protect this country, who allow our liberties and freedoms to grow and prosper. I'd also like to thank Carolyn Baldanza for the Memorial Day video. She was just really very patient with myself and with everyone while she was filming us, and she did a great job as always. We are very lucky to have her in River Edge. She's doing a phenomenal job. I'd like to also thank our police officers. Sometimes we forget to do this, but we get, from time to time, there are thank you notes put in our packets. And as mayor, it really should be my responsibility to point out the great job our officers are doing. I want to, and I hope to not forget to do this again. I'd like to thank Officer Diamond for his community policing efforts for a resident not too long ago who had car troubles at the Newbridge Landing intersection and stayed with the resident and helped them out. I'd like to thank Sergeant Griffith, Police Officer Schuldis, and Police Officer Staron for their sensitivity and help with the resident who did pass on. There was a 911 call they had been suffering for a long time with, and they were there, they were helping out, and the resident, in both these cases for these 4 officers, the residents took the time to write our chief and to thank him for the great work they're doing. So we also want to thank our chief and our lieutenants and sergeants who continue to foster a tremendously effective community policing effort in our town. Finally, I want to thank our first responders for wearing masks and allowing us to photograph them in masks and put it on the website. I know that as well as on the Mayor of River Edge page. Also, the update for the sick and hopefully no more passed on will continue on Fridays. And on Fridays, we'll also do our 8 o'clock clapping. We hope our residents will join us at 8 o'clock to thank our healthcare workers for everything they do. If there is no other business or concern, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Moved.
So moved.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Thank you, everyone, and I wish you well and health and happiness. Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.